Okay, we're here with Cliff Kushler, who is the co-founder of Swype, which is one of the coolest, hottest technology companies in Seattle. Cliff, what is Swype?
Swype is a way of inputting text on a touch screen where you can trace a connect the dots path through the letters of the word and enter text very easily. You don't have to hit the space bar. You can control what you're entering, and it's very natural and very fast, very intuitive.
So John and I were both fortunate enough in our previous lives to get to judge Swype in an MIT Enterprise Forum demo, and it's so fulfilling to see what you've done since then. Tell us a little bit about the secrets behind your success.
Well, it's really assembling a great team. I had another developer that worked with me for many years in the early stages, a very prolonged garage stage where I was filing a lot of IP and developing the technology. A lot of things fell into place with that, and I have to say it was largely because of the MIT demo. It was through that process that I hooked up with Mike McSherry, who's now the CEO. He brought along Aaron Sheedy, and the team really fell into place after that. So I owe you a debt of gratitude for your participation.
And we don't even have any equity, do we, Rebecca? Wow, where's our stake in Swype? So there's a lot of cool stuff happening with Swype as you move off the mobile device into some other areas where you can use the input technology that you've developed. What's the most exciting for you that you're seeing in terms of where you can take this technology next?
There are a lot of possibilities, anything with a touch screen obviously, but we're also looking at TVs, anything with a remote control. Obviously the remote control could be a small touch screen itself, or you can have any of the remote controls that can translate with an accelerometer into mouse movement on the screen. You can put a keyboard on the screen and control your TV text input from the couch, that sort of thing. One of the things that's nearest and dearest to my heart is taking this technology back to what inspired it to arise in the first place, which is disability applications. The whole concept arose from my partner Randy Marsden, producing on-screen keyboards where traditionally you use a head motion sensor to control mouse movement on the screen, and historically the technology is move to a key, wait for some time threshold, so wait for a second, move, wait, move, wait, move, wait. And Randy's saying, can't we get rid of the waiting and just track the movement and figure out what they meant? And in fact, found that we could. And Randy is now helping out to try to get that technology now back into the disabilities field using a Windows application version of what we've got. So it's a good start.
Yeah, and I was at an event recently where Mike McSherry, your CEO, was speaking. He was talking about a quadriplegic, I believe, who was using this technology to set some record in terms of the text input. What was the factoid there? It was really impressive. In terms of words per minute, it was something like he could do like 25 or 30 words per minute.
I think he had to hit 25 words per minute was the minimum requirement to sort of set an initial record. But it was sort of a new category for Guinness of hands-free text input. So he was not using his hands. He used one of those head motion sensors and a Swype keyboard, and tried 3 times, and on the 3rd try was successful. And started things off, so it was great.
And Cliff, you're one of the true inventors here. I mean, you are an inventor. You tinker with things. You come up with stuff. What makes a good inventor?
I think just being open to different ways of looking at problems. I think that's the primary requirement, is saying there's a better way to do this. I don't know what it is yet, but let's look at it.
And you've blended that with the good fortune of putting yourself in the way of good opportunities. So let's look ahead. And you mentioned kind of the digital home. You've talked about empowering folks with disabilities. What's the next great passion that's inspiring you?
Raising my son. Yeah.
I think the Geek Quiet guys share that with you.
That's right. That sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Cliff, for coming out and being on the podcast with us here, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, John. Thanks,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
See you. Thank you.
Thanks. Awards with Tony Wright up for one of the awards tonight, Startup Designer. And you're always up for an award, right?
Yeah, no, I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I was best blogger last year against Glenn Kelman, who, how do you fight Glenn Kelman, right? The nicest guy in the world and, incredibly awesome writer. Designers tonight, it's all everyone in Founders Co-op, right? It's Aviel, it's Kyle from Giant Thinkwell, and the door designer whose name I can't remember, but yeah, so I'm the only one outside of that building.
Well, maybe they'll all cancel themselves out. You know,
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's the thing is they can't be a voting block, right? So like, I mean, I figured, oh, I'm screwed because in the building they'll just all. But if they were smart, they would have picked one like rock, scissors, paper for it, and then get the voting block all voted for one of them.
Right. So you've been hinting at what you're going to do next. And I think at the last Seattle 2.0 Awards, you were also going off to do something new. So what's next for you, Tony? What are you gonna be doing next?
You know, I should have some very exciting news in the next 72 hours, but yeah, no, that's pretty up and coming, right? But still, I'm still kind of waffling on what to do next. You know, it's something that you never really realize that when you sign up for something, it's literally 7 years, right? I mean, the average time to liquidity for a venture-backed startup is 7 years, and I think you know, you want to be very, very careful about what you sign up for and make a commitment for. Make sure you're passionate about it, and you're passionate about working with the people you work with. So it's been sort of, you know, sussing out ideas and talking to potential co-founders, and it's exciting. But I did. It was awesome. On a mailing list that I'm on, a private mailing list, I sent out an email saying, if I haven't started a company in 4 months, someone needs to kick me in the nuts. And someone sent me a calendar invite for 4 months in advance. Kick Tony in the nuts, and everyone accepted the event. So yeah. It's a pretty hard line for me now.
Okay. Well, great.
So if you've got news in 72 hours, I think we'll be calling you in about 71.
Yeah,
so we can break that story on GeekWire. Look forward to talking to you then.
Good to see you.
All right, Tony. Thanks for coming out. We will see you in there for the big party.
Very good. Thanks.
Thanks. Okay, guys, we're here outside the Seattle 2.0 Awards again, and we're with Seattle's Super Angel, Jeff and Tris. Jeff, welcome to the GeekWire podcast.
Thank you, John. Excited to be here. This is always a great event here at Seattle 2.0, and I think it's one of our preeminent events, other than your events, which I guess are still to come.
That's right. We have our launch party coming up. Rebecca is on the trail, and we were just discussing that, so there's going to be more to come on that. You know, there's been a big discussion on GeekWire over the last week, the whole idea of what Seattle needs to do more of in order to spark more angel investing. What do you think needs to happen?
To spark more angel investing. Well, I mean, the main thing we need more lead investors, people that are willing to do the work. You know, I was impressed with some of Mark's comments. Both on your site today with GeekWire and also on TechCrunch today, talking about things that Seattle could do to do more of what Boulder's done, with having some things Brad Feld, David Cohen have done, as well as what Fred Wilson's doing in New York or what's going on in the Bay Area. But the main thing I think we need are more lead investors and people willing to roll up their sleeves and do the work, and I'm trying to help that right now. I'm working on one deal right now with a well-known entrepreneur who's a new lead, and so I'm excited to be helping out.
Great. And along those lines, congratulations on having Techstars Seattle make top 7 on the National Accelerator list. You must be excited about that. And this might be like asking you who your favorite kid is, but you've got a lot of portfolio companies up for awards tonight. How you feeling? Pick any winners?
I'm feeling very lucky. I think in the consumer category in particular, I think I have 4 of the 5 companies are mine, so I'm very excited. I don't want to say which one I think will win, but I have a definite idea. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully not the 5th. I won't say who that is either. But I'm excited to be here. I think it'll be a great event.
Great. Thanks, Jeff. Always good to see you. We'll see you in there.
Thank you.